folks, and welcome back to another Wise Game video. Today we're playing Dragon Quest XI for the computer system. It's also available on the PlayStation 4 also. I'm really loving this game. Every Japanese RPG game I've played in like the past year or 2 years, there was always something about it I wasn't really crazy about. But in this game, I just love everything about it. But in this video today, we're going to touch more on the Forge system, just a basic guide, and a little bit about costumes too. Like, I'm not going to show you how to get the costumes, but I will show you how to make certain costumes. There's plenty of videos out there on YouTube as far as all the locations for costumes as you progress in the game. But I do advise using the Forge system for making most of your weapons and your equipment. As I read in forums, many people don't even use the shops, so it saves them a lot of gold this way. It's just you have to make sure that you have the items to make these pieces. So anytime you see a sparkle or anything like that, as you're adventuring through the game, make sure you always pick those up, because it's going to give you the materials you need to do these forges. Now if we open up the menu here, we're going to see, by going to equipment, that the ones that are indicated by a little purple or pinkish dot are the ones that can change your appearance. So it could change the look of your character. My character right now does not look anything impressive. He's wearing very normal looking garb, and we're going to change that by the end of this video. So we could see, if we look at that helmet right there, the Drazelin helmet, we're going to see that little dot that I was talking about, where the other pieces of gear don't really have that. If we actually dive even deeper into this and we click on the helmet and we go through other helmets in the game, we're going to see that most of them do not have it. Now it does have this bandana. If I put that on, we're going to see that that's not working. The reason why is because the helmets also need the armor piece for it to all kick in. So if you just try to just wear that helmet, it's not going to change the appearance. You actually need the full costume for that appearance to actually take place. So the first thing we're going to do, and I do want to say too, is that it's also going to change the stats too. It's not just cosmetic, it will also change the stats of your character. So to actually use the Forge system, what you got to do is you have to go to a campsite. Now there's campsites scattered throughout this whole game. So each big zone or area, if you open up the map, this is a very small indication of the map in this area, but it will usually show you those campsites by the campfire icon. So just like you would rest in the game out in the field, you're going to come to this campfire. We're going to hit yes, and in here we're going to go to forge items. And here's our forge pot. Now, I did use this not too long ago, and even if you log off the game, it still remembers your timer. So it's not going to let you use the forge once you exit the forge for another 5 more minutes. Now, you could do this consecutively with other pieces as you're still in the forge, but as soon as you exit the forge, then it's going to start that 5-minute timer. Again, we go back to equipment. I want to put my other helmet back on that I've been using. We're going to see that the Drazelin helmet is still not going to appear until I finish the armor piece. So put that back on. Now these outfits, the costumes that change the appearance of your avatars, also work for other team members too. It's not just the head guy. I just don't happen to have anything right now for Hendrix. Okay, now I just leveled up. Just like anything else in the game, your forge also goes up in levels too as you use it more and as the game progresses. So we could see that we could use it now. The 5-minute time is finally worn off, so now I could use it. Now, leveling up your forge, what it's going to do is that it's going to give you more abilities that you could use to forge these pieces of items. As we could see right there, I learned the new bash called Crack Shot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make that piece of armor that's going to make it where that helmet now will also match that. We're going to see that it's the same name, and we'll be able to change the appearance. So we're going to go down to armor, and we're going to see right here it's indicated by pink in the list. Anything that's indicated by pink can change your appearance. So this is called the Draslin armor, just like the Draslin helmet. Now we could see though that it does drop my stat a little bit. So the piece of gear I'm wearing now is actually stronger, but 4 points I don't think is a big deal, and it's only for defense. So if you still want a good looking, cool looking tune, I think it's worth the sacrifice sometimes over a couple of points. If it dropped me by 20 points, I probably would not use it. So we're going to pick yes. And as long as you have the items, which is indicated in the list, which I just advanced forward, but you'll see it in the list. I'll let you know if you have the items or not. Now you're going to start off looking at this map right here, or this menu. I call it a blob. It's the melting of the material that you're using in the center of the screen that we see right there underneath temperature. The temperature, you want to try to keep it around, say, like 600, 700 and above. And these are the different bashes that you're going to learn as you progress and level up in the game, or your forge. So if we go to Flourish, that's where most of them are. Back here is just your normal bash that you're going to start off the game with, but you could still use it as you progress in the game for more shorter hits. So for Flourish, we're going to just go to there. We're going to see that I actually have 2 pages worth now, or almost 2 pages full. So you learn quite a few different abilities and bashes. Now we're going to start off because this is a 6 slot. So it takes 6 slots to make this piece of gear. Some only take 1, some take 2, some take 3. You get the point. So for this one, I want to hit 4 squares at the same time. So we're going to use Quadra Bash. And we're going to see that's exactly what it does. So we're going to hit these top 4. Now this is just a guess. There's nothing that's really going to indicate how much power it's actually going to hit. You don't want to go over the green marks. You want to try to land within the green marks. If it turns yellow, if the bar turns yellow, the blue bar, that's like a perfect hit. You don't want to touch it once it does that. So now we leveled up those 4 I mean. So now we're going to do seeing the 2 middle ones can still go up quite a bit, and the 2 bottom ones we haven't touched yet. We're going to use Quadra Bash again on these bottom 4. Now, if we look down at the bottom of the list here, it's going to say focus cost. That's how much focus it takes to use this hit. So it's going to take 12 points. It started me off at 96 points. Once that's depleted all the way down to 0, you cannot finish the piece. So you have to be careful as far as using these bashes. So let's hit these 4 and see where it puts us. That's pretty good. I think we could actually use it one more time. We're looking pretty good so far. Now you're going to see that the blob that I call it in the center is starting to take somewhat of a shape. Looks like a Mickey Mouse hat right now or something. Once that starts to kind of look like the piece of gear that you want to make, like it looked like a shirt or something indicating armor, then you know that you're on the right track and you're doing fine. Our temperature is still 850, which is good. Our focus cost is now 62, so we still got plenty of that. So I think we're doing really good here. Now what I want to do is the top right one. I'm going to hit that one pretty good. So we're going to use this new one I just learned, Crack Shot. You know, went up. Not really too high, but... Alright, now, some of these I'm just going to go back to the regular bash and finish those off. Whoop, that one went up way too high. But it might still work. Alright. These I'm a little scared of. This one I think I could hit with this. That's fine. Let's try one more time. That's perfect when it turns yellow like that. You don't want to touch it now. Now we're going to go back to flourish, and I'm going to use lightly. Let me see. This is a light head. So we're going to use that one for this. We're going to leave it just like that. Now we're getting low on focus cost. I might not be able to finish this. That's perfect. We got one more that we have to hit. And I'm going to use a regular bash. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to go down to appraise. And that's going to give us an idea if this is going to come out right. It says it's probably going to turn out pretty well. So I think we're on a good track. Even though the top left one went over, it gives you a little bit of give when it comes to that. So use appraise, and it's going to take your guesstimate out. We're now going to hit finish. And we'll see now if it says success. And there we are. Perfect. If you don't succeed, it's going to say failure. And you waste those items. But now, what the difference is, because I've done this before for other takes, is that, see at the bottom it says, the hero successfully forges a suit of Draslin armor +1. The other one I made was +2. So I'm probably not going to save it after this. I'll probably reset it and make it over again. But for the sake of video, this is good enough. Plus, I'm actually saved beyond this part of the game anyway, so I already got this. So I'll put that in the bag. And we also got these pearls. Now, as long as you stay in here, you don't have to worry about the 5-minute timer, providing you have enough items so you can keep making pieces. So if you wanted to go now and make a weapon, you should be able to do so. So if I wanted to make a great sword, this one actually, let me see if we have enough items, and we do. So we're going to try to make one, because if we look down to the bottom left, we're going to see that it actually raises them. So I'm going to make this, I think, for Hendrix, because it makes him go up a lot higher. This one even goes up even higher. And I have just enough items if we look to the top right. So let's give that one a shot. Alrighty. Again, we're starting off with 98 focus. I'm going to go a little bit faster on this one. Let's try that again. Perfect, perfect. The Quadro Bash so far is probably my favorite one. Sometimes it kind of backs up. I don't know what causes that, but sometimes it does that. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to use double whammy. Perfect. I'm going to try that on the other side. And this one right up here. This one just needs a light bash. I'm going to leave it just like that. And like I said, as long as it stays within that green, it doesn't have to necessarily all turn yellow. This one I'm a little scared of. I don't know. I forgot how weak or strong this one is. So let's go back to bash. Oop, that one backed up. I don't know what causes that. If somebody knows, comment down below. Okay, that's good. That's good. We got 9 points left. Let's see if we could do it. Ooh. Well, see, this is, you know, it might still make it. It just won't be as good. So let's see what it's, let's see what, let's see what appraise says. All right, it says really well. All right, so let's try it. Success, and let's see what level it's going to be. +2, 301. So I think it did give him the full. That's what we originally had right there. So it raises him like 20 points just on his weapon. So I think that that's really good. So we're going to go with that. And now that's the weapon we just made. Excellent. Let's change the main guy's look right here now. So let's see here. We got the helmet on. Now we just need to put on that piece of armor. And there you go. That's what he looks like now. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so just a fast recap. The armor sets, as far as stats go, don't spend your gold. Just keep forging them. Just keep forging them. Just keep farming those items you need to make these pieces. As far as the costume sets go, you could either find those as you adventure in the game, and you could also make some, as we just seen here. So that's basically it, folks, for Dragon Quest XI when it comes to the basic guide of using the forge system and the costumes. Until then, thanks for watching Wise Gamer. Feel free to sub up, comment down below, and we'll catch you the next time. Take care. Bye-bye.